Welcome to the Fear and Greed business interview. I'm Sean Aylmer. Something a little different today. My guest is dual rugby league and rugby union international Lote Takiri, one of the most recognisable players across both codes. Since retiring, he's moved into the business world as the co-founder of content marketing agency Hoozu. His latest venture is FanStands, capital F-A-N, capital S-T-A-N-D-S, FanStands, a platform offering discounts on brands and services and the opportunity to win VIP sporting experiences. I wanted to talk to Lote about life after football and how he's handled the transition to business. Lote Takiri, welcome to Fear and Greed.
Hey, mate, how are you guys? Thanks for having me.
No worries at all. I've got to ask you first up, what's it like being, so high profile and playing football in both league and union?
Yeah.
And then finding yourself in the business world. Are there many similarities?
Yeah, there is and there isn't. You got to start from the bottom again, I guess. It's a learning process for me. I'm still learning as I did when I played both rugby codes for a long time. So I don't profess to know everything. I'm learning all the time. I'm, talking to mentors, good people around me to sort of help me out. And, I'm just trying to be like a sponge. I know I've been retired now for a little bit of time, but just trying to soak it all in.
When you were playing sport at such a high level, did you think much about life after sport? Did you think you'd become a business person?
Yeah, obviously closer to the end of my career, I started having thoughts around what can I do? What do I like? And I think, both rugby codes and, professional sport in general now do a lot for the young athlete now. I think when I was coming through, I came straight out of school, straight into a professional footy environment. And, there wasn't really a lot offered at the time in the sense of you can do this, you can do that. It was pretty much just have all your time playing footy, and then your downtime is looking at film, looking at video, or recovering. Yeah. And you're pretty much tired after that. But it's really encouraged around guys doing something now, which is really good. And I'm probably a little bit, jealous about some of those opportunities afforded to younger guys now that, it's an actual thing that they have to do and need to do.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me about FanStands. How did you become involved in it?
Yeah, so, mate, there's obviously a few things going around. We noticed there's been a good response to reward programs and members benefits programs. And we sort of wanted to have something similar for members that we created this members benefits program. But our prizes with me and having a sporting background and, my partners, we just wanted to offer the everyday punter a chance to go to some of these big sporting experiences. I know they've probably been hijacked a little bit by corporate, and, there's nothing wrong with that. But to give the average everyday punter the chance to go to a big sporting experience, say, a big UFC fight in Vegas, the Ashes at Lord's, the Super Bowl, the list goes on. So we want to, scale it up as big as we can to offer our members not only great benefits, but also, your chance to go to some of these major sporting events for not just yourself, but your mates. You can go with your crew. So it's been great that we can actually offer those experiences.
Stay with me, Lote. We'll be back in a minute. I'm speaking to Lote Takiri, sporting legend and the co-founder of Hoozu and FanStands. So how's the model work? People subscribe to FanStands and you have partners whereby your members can then get discounts on groceries, fuel, that sort of thing. Is that right?
That's right, mate. So it's real simple. Sign up and gain access to FanStands rewards. You just go to the website, fanstands.com.au, and you start saving straight away. You can get discounts on our reward partners. We've got hundreds of vendors across e-commerce, travel, retail, sports accommodation, fashion, and electronics. Our packages start at $14.95 a month, which is what it costs half a beer or coffee a week, and you can cancel at any time. So you're not locked in. It's not like one of those, the old gym memberships where you have to lock in for 18 months to 2 years. Yep. You can jump out at any time. But, if you want to join now, you can get your first 14 days free on FanStands rewards and just go to fanstands.com.au.
Okay. And then in terms of those bigger rewards, the UFC, etc., is that more of a competition where you go into the prize draw? How does that work?
Yeah, so you become a member and then you accumulate month on month. So the longer you stay a member, you get more tickets into the next draw. So we have smaller draws before we offer a big one. So we've got State of Origin 3. Had some great winners that go to that. We have a draw coming up pretty soon for the Magpies versus Port Power games for the top of the table clash for 4 as well. So in between the bigger ones, we have sort of smaller ones like that. We want to keep our members up to date and offer them things all the time rather than just the run of the mill.
What's the response been like so far, Lote?
Yeah, the response has been pretty good. We're tracking all right. We've only been live for 4 months. We received a hell of a response. So members are growing and our retail partners are growing with our discounts. So, the social following's in the thousands, and we're just trying to get that. We've been hitting the socials pretty hard. The bigger it becomes, I guess, I think it builds on itself, and the bigger and better prizes we can reward our members with.
Okay. Now, your other business is Hoozu, which is an influencer marketing platform working with influencers across TikTok, Instagram, that sort of thing. I'm not quite sure how to ask this question, but you worked very hard over many years. You built a profile through sport. You're incredibly successful in 2 sports. When you look at some of the influencers on TikTok and things like that, does it amaze you that they are influencers given their background or the heritage perhaps isn't quite as rich as yours?
I know. I know. And I guess some of the older crew, say the Gen Xers and the ones further back, think to themselves like how, they worked hard for so long to sort of get to where they are. And then, this is a new way the kids communicate. I've got a few kids and they are on these platforms and they do support some of these influencers. Whether they influence in a good way or a bad way, they're still influencing. And, I think from the Hoozu's angle, we got into it a fair while ago now. It's 10 years old now. And I think we're probably one of the leading influencer marketing agencies in that space. And I'm very proud to be a part of that. We've got some 15 staff.
Oh, wow.
Natalie Giddings, who's our CEO, has really done well with her expertise in that field. We work with brands like Bunnings, Super Cheap Auto, Emma Sleep is a big one with us lately. So just trying to keep them happy and produce revenue for them and have a way to communicate to the younger demographic, which is where they buy, which is a hell of a lot different to what I did back in the day. I'm still using cash.
Yeah. Oh, Lote, you got to be beyond cash by now.
Oh,
surely.
yeah, no. I'm not that old. You're right, but I actually don't mind using cash.
Yeah. I mean, I've got to say, if you don't want to spend too much money, hand cash over because it actually hurts a lot more than tapping a card, I find.
It does.
So maybe that's how it works. Lote Takiri, thank you very much for talking to Fear and Greed.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much, mate.
That was Lote Takiri, sporting legend and the co-founder of Hoozu and FanStands. This is the Fear and Greed business interview. Join us every morning for the full episode of Fear and Greed, Australia's most popular business podcast. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your day.